Thank you, Mr. Rapporteur. India, you now have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. In fact, we did wish to make a point of order, so to speak. We had raised the point from the floor. We had asked ICOMOS that, why is it that, they did not ask the state party in question during the course of the evaluation process. And we all know here as member states of the World Heritage Committee that the entire issue of transparency and is under discussion in Paris through the open-ended working group. Now, we heard the response of ICOMOS, but I did wish to point out that if you look at your own documentation in page 79, where Herbal Citadel has been discussed, you have the subheading, additional information requested and received from the state party. And that very clearly says none. So in fact, this point I think needs to be clarified, and as I said, this is also part of a larger debate that is ongoing in Paris. I think all of us as committee members are aware of that. There are certain deficiencies in this entire process, and it is with a view to improve the systems, and it is with a view to be constructive that we raise this point from the floor. And I think our colleague from Lebanon also touched upon this, and so did, of course, the state party in question. So we would want ICOMOS to clarify on this very evident discrepancy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, India. ICOMOS, please, could you respond? Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you for the question. In fact, the fact that this is none, it's concerned the fact that we have received this information through our mission expert. It was provided. So usually what we write here concern formal letters that are formally responded by the state party in a formal way. So we received this documentation through the mission expert that was given this additional information during the mission. I hope I have clarified the point.
India looks dissatisfied. You have the floor.
That is not our understanding of the situation. We are not satisfied with the response, no.
ICOMOS, could you elaborate?
Well, what we usually do is to write in this section when we have received formal information via letters. And we have incorporated the additional information that we have received from the state parties via the mission expert within our report. So we could have written here that we had received this documentation through the mission expert. Maybe that could have been done in that way, so it would be more clear for all who read the report. But that might be the case to do this in a future way, but I think I've clarified.
Thank you, ICOMOS. India, you have the floor.
Madam Chair, thank you very much. I think with a view to further improving systems for the future and to avoid this kind of situation, I think it should be very clearly mentioned in future so that there is absolutely no room or doubt for any of us to point this out.
Thank you. Noted. Lebanon, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mrs. President. Just to support what India said, I propose, we should recommend to ICOMOS in further documents to state clearly all type of information they received, either formally or through the mission, etc. This would remove all ambiguity. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Lebanon, Jamaica.
Thank you, Madam Chair. While we are discussing the issue of information being put forward, it was indicated yesterday by Jamaica, and I believe again referenced today, about the interventions in the factual error report that speaks to new information that cannot be taken into consideration at this stage. These are references from ICOMOS. And we believe it is important to qualify this statement because it leaves it open And it gives the impression sometimes that there may be relevance to the new information, but when ICOMOS clarifies, it is suggesting that the information would not have made much impact. So I think for the future, we really should qualify the statement when it is included in this format. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamaica.